there anything else that like haven't met your expectations or haven't met your preconceptions?
Yeah, I want to know as like a non-resident, right? Or like, you know, non-Japanese.
This is going to sound dumb as fuck, right? And I know it's going to sound dumb, but I knew things were going to be difficult that I couldn't speak Japanese or read Japanese.
Right.
More so read than anything. I feel you can, for some reason, you can be fine not speaking Japanese here, but if you can't read, like you're in for like a storm of trouble. Because there are so many things. And I think you all can agree on this. If Amazon didn't exist here and have
Oh my god!
if Amazon didn't have English settings here, I genuinely don't know what I would do, because the websites here in Japanese, like, I don't know if they've done this on purpose or due to the old interface. They do not work well with Google Translate.
I mean, it's all going back to that like 90s web.
No, they don't know how to design their websites. It's not user friendly. So if you can't speak Japanese or read Japanese, you're kind of fucked.
And the Google Translate does not help.
No, it doesn't help. It can help you like feel like you kind of feel your way through, but you cannot tell what the fuck you're doing. The only reason we've been able to get through it is because we've had fucking
friends, we got a company helping us. Like, it makes it so much easier for all. Joey, shout out to Joey.
Friend.
Joey helped me a lot when we moved here. Like, helped me out doing all the
I had to go to the town hall with you to help, like, fill out your papers.
That's the thing, right? Is that you'd think like in the big population areas they'd have like a lot of English support, but I think they said like if you come on these certain days, like setting up internet. Do you remember how much of a hassle that was?
Oh my god!
Like, I remember that AU, right? They say they have an English location in Shinjuku.
Oh yeah,
that's a fucking lie.
No. Their English location is that they have a tablet which can call a call center that can translate the person for you, kind of, but not really. But that's the closest.
Did you even get that, Fox? I didn't even get to the guy on the tablet. I just turned up saying on the website, this says this is the English location. And they were like, no. And I'm like, well, what do I do? How the fuck do I get internet? Help me.
Like, luckily I had a cousin who worked in Japan, so she could speak Japanese. She helped me through so much, and I don't know what I would do without her. And, you know, same with you. You needed, like, you need a lot of help. You feel like a baby. Because
I genuinely don't know, like, how there are some foreigners here who can't even speak English. Who somehow
at least
made it here on their own. And I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
Because at least they have a lot of English words, right? And a lot of like, English options sometimes. But if you can't speak English, fuck, I don't know what.
I don't know how.
I don't know. Like, English is hard enough as it is. You know, if you can't speak Japanese, then I think you're pretty much fucked. Or if you can't speak.
Like, real positive message coming out of this episode.
No. Because that's the thing a lot of people don't talk about, which is how hard it is to live here, actually live here, without speaking Japanese. Because coming on, like we said, it's so different living here as, you know, working here and just visiting here as a tourist. There's a world of difference, and there's so many little things, like, for example, registering with the town hall. How the fuck am I supposed to do that if I don't speak Japanese? Because they don't speak English, and all the forms are in Japanese.
The forms, they tell you that you need to do that within 2 weeks of moving here. Are also in Japanese. The only reason
it's simple. Just learn Japanese in the 2 weeks that you're here.
The only reason we knew is because the lawyers told us, hey, you've got to do this. But like, if we didn't know that, I don't know what I was going to... I would have just carried on living.
You need a dedicated agency just to help you with all the admin stuff. Because
I mean, I can understand the language, and I still had to like learn from like my cousins who live here. That like,
because there's so many
how
systems.
It works.
Like,
oh shit, I have to go to the town hall and register for like my address and like my health certificate and all of that shit. Like, I don't... I never had to experience that living in Australia.
Exactly.
I never had to experience that while visiting here, right? So it's just, it's overwhelming, and like it's like massive kudos to people who don't know Japanese or even don't know English. Again, I don't know how the fuck they do it without the help of an agency. Like,
to clarify, you can live here if you don't speak any Japanese or if you're learning, but I think if you're somehow coming here alone without anyone helping you, it's gonna be hell. Because it was hell enough with multiple ways of us having help, right? It was just, and I felt so bad for Joey the amount of times I had to ask him for help. I was like, he fucking hates me at this point. Every day I'm coming over with a form. I'm like, hey Joey, what does this say? And then also, like, until you figure this out, right? If you miss a package in the post, you get a little form through your mailbox that's all in Japanese, and you need to figure out how the fuck you're going to reschedule this thing. luckily, you know, I found a way eventually, which was like scan the barcode with like whatever thing you have.
Yeah.
It'll take you to a website, use Google Translate to translate it, and then hope that the translations are rough enough where you can like figure out what's being said. And that's what I do every time now. But for the first week where I didn't know that, every time I missed a package, I was like, "Hey Joey, can you call them up and tell them I'm gonna be home?"
There was like a month where like I was calling up these guys more often for his packages than I was for my own packages.
I felt so bad, but I was like, I need the package. It's my fucking desk. And again, like, let's trace it back again. And I hate being like nice to a $1 trillion company like Amazon, but without them and like the English, because you can just change it to English, right?
Yeah.
And they have support in English. I'd know because I've had to like return items and stuff. Like, it's literally no different from using like Amazon in the UK, except maybe sometimes the translations don't work one for one, but you can pretty much find what you want. Like, you can type it in English.
I mean,
it comes up.
we basically furnished our entire
my whole house is Amazon
using Amazon because like they have like a Japanese IKEA which is called Nitori, but you know, you have to go to the store, you have to register, you have to put in your address and all that stuff.
It takes like 20 days to deliver anything. Did you know that? How crazy is that? Like, if you want to, like, their version of IKEA, there's IKEA here as well, but it's very expensive. If you buy stuff from Nitori, which is like their version of IKEA, like you said, it's like there's a lot of waiting time, like 20 days, I think, for some products.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait 20 days for a bed. Like, I want to sleep. Like, what do you mean?
Let me just sleep on the hard floor.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? And